I was supposed to go for a run today, but it's way too hot here in Norway. It's almost 30 degrees, so I'm just gonna take a little walk. But in my car I had the X5, and also in my car I have some really cool accessories that I want to show you. This is something I don't think anybody has released quite yet. I saw one video with this product, and that's actually the brand new ND filters for the X5. Doesn't it look super cool? It looks like a little astronaut. And I do think it's absolutely fantastic that Insta360 has done this. This is something people have been asking for such a long time, and finally we have it. But when you're using ND filters, there are a couple of things to think about. Usually people, of course, set their camera in manual mode, and usually you should set, if you have a frame rate like me, 30 frames, you should set the shutter speed to twice the frame rate. And I also do recommend to set the white balance and tweak it a little bit. But when you're setting your camera in manual mode, you lose something. You lose good stabilization usually, especially when you set the shutter speed so low. So we're going to see how that will affect it today. I'm using standard color profile, and I just want to see, I want to set the camera in manual mode but also in auto mode, and also use flat color profile just to see how it affects the image quality. With ND filters you get a really cool look, you get that little bit more cinematic look, and you also get more motion blur. And that's something people really like, and that's something that is natural to our eyes. Many action cameras today has a little bit more digital look. It looks probably way too sharp for some people, but it all depends on what you want to use your camera for. And what I really like about what Insta360 is doing here is that they are giving us tools to amp up our creativity and just make everything better, because people want to use their camera in different way, and when they are making accessories to enhance the camera you already have, it makes everything just even better. So I do think this is really cool. I'm going to link the products down below, of course, and I'm also using new GPS preview remote with built-in mic, also with 32-bit float, and also with internal storage, and that's fantastic also. But we're going to test the ND filters now. There's a bunch of bugs here. They are biting me all over, so we need to get going. But I wanted to test it, of course. We are first testing it in standard color profile with manual setting, twice the frame rate. White balance is set to 5500. It's a midday, so why not? So we're going to walk a little bit and change to manual and auto, and also test flat color profile. I don't want to make this video too long, but again, this is just making your X5 even more as a creative tool, and that's the point with a camera like this, in my opinion. So I do think it's fantastic, and the quality of the glass looks really nice. You can't see any split tones, so this is high quality products, but I'm going to link it down below so you can check it out. But take a good look at the image and tell me what you think, because that's really important. So let's start going. And first, like I said, manual mode, twice the frame rate, standard color profile. EV is set to 0 actually now. I just want to see how it adjusts, how it looks actually. So this is it's going to be a lot of testing, of course. But what I also really like about the ND filters, when you attach it to your camera, it's auto detect that you're using ND filters. And now Insta360 is having ND filter from ND16, ND32 and ND64. This is ND64 filters. Hopefully they will send me their other ND filters too. But it's quite a bright day, so this will fit it quite good. But let's go a little bit before I get eaten up alive by the bugs. And we're going to change some setting under the way. But first we're going to start in manual mode, standard color profile, shutter speed twice the frame rate. So let's begin in 360 mode. The first vlogging test with a brand new ND filters from Insta360 to the X5, they look absolutely amazing. They look like really high quality glass, and that's just showing us that Insta360 is continuing to develop better and better accessories for a camera, just to get you what you want. And that's the point, I do think. And it's because of us Insta360 is doing this, because if it wasn't a demand for products, they wouldn't make it. So this has to be quite a lot of work to create this kind of special glass ND filters for a 360 camera. And we all know with the X5 you have replaceable lenses. It makes it even better and better and better. So what do you think? This is in full manual mode. Shutter speed is set to twice the frame rate. The ISO is set as low as possible, actually to 100. But I'm using standard color profile now. I'm going to switch to flat color profile just to see how that looks. That gives you, of course, much more creativity to adjust the image as you want. But what do you think? Does it look good? Is this something you will use? I do think for a lot of people that want to really be creative, this is actually perfect. And I'm also using the brand new GPS remote with built-in mic, with 32-bit float, with internal storage. Just amazing too. Let's switch to flat color profile. So now you can see the iLog profile on the X5. This is a color profile that is flatter than the flat color profile and gives you more possibility to adjust and be creative with your footage. So how does it look? And is there a lot of jitter in the image? Like I said, shutter speed will affect, setting the shutter speed manual will affect the stabilization. I'm going to test it in auto just to see, but then you lose some of that nice motion blur. But if it looks kind of good, why not use it in auto? We're going to test that. But how does it look? It's really nice to be out today. It's so quiet but extremely hot. Like I said, I was supposed to go on a run, but it's way too warm. I'm gonna head back soon, and we are actually going on a swim in the sea. It's so nice to do that when the weather is like this, because this is not typical Norway for sure. But it's nice to get some nice days with nice weather. So what do you think about the footage? Does it look good? So what I've done now is, the only thing I did actually was to set the shutter speed in auto, and that means that the camera will adjust the shutter speed just in many ways to better the stabilization in camera, because it's electronic stabilization. You will lose that nice motion blur because the shutter speed is cranked up. I'm not an expert in any way, but this is what I like to do, just to experiment and see what looks good and not. But I can actually see me using ND filters from my X5, because I'm planning to make more videos in more cinematic places, if you know what I mean. Then it's awesome to have some tools in your camera bag just to make your footage even better. So it's nice to see that Insta360 is taking leaps by creating accessories like this. And this is what I really want from companies. They have to listen to the consumer, us, and do their best to better the cameras they have. That's really important. And like I said, for many people the X5 is more than enough to everything. And the reason is quite simple, because the Insta360 X5 isn't a typical 360 camera. Yes, it's well built, just like the X4 and X3. But the most important thing, in my opinion, on the X5 is actually replaceable lenses. So if you break it, you can replace them yourself. You don't have to send in the camera and wait for it for a long time. You can just order new lenses and yeah, put on new ones. So that's just fantastic. And many of you know that I'm working quite a lot with Insta360, and that collaboration has been awesome. Yeah, I do get some critical comments, and that's fine. I don't mind. But they are listening, and I'm always honest with them. When we are talking, I give them feedback on issues I see as things that are important to fix, and they are doing their best to fix it. No company are perfect, no products are perfect all the time. There will always be something that people will find, and that's fine. It's just the way it is. But what do you think? Do you think it's a good idea to use ND filters on a 360 camera? And is this something you will use actually? Does it look good? That's the most important thing. But I do see that using this as a creative tool for me is fantastic. And like I said, the glass is impressive quality. So if I move the image around a little bit, you can see that the footage looks nice all around. I don't know how to explain it in a good way, but with some filters you can usually see some strange things in the image. And if this is stable all around, that means it's high quality products. So what do you think? Does it look good? I do think it's interesting actually, and it looks really nice. It looks really cool, these filters. So thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumb up. Check out the products down below. It's affiliate links, so I will earn a little commission. Not much at all, but it's important. It's a good way to support my channel. So as always, I see you in the next one.